The incarcerated folks told me that they had to kind of play because you didn't want to be annoying and make your case manager mad because then they may not help you. You didn't want to push back too much, because then maybe they wouldn't help you, or maybe they would punish you. Or if they found out you had a certain crime, maybe they would say, you're not allowed to be in this class. A lot of discretion around accessing programming and then how that was going to be documented. Or there was a lot of nuances in, I believe it was actually Illinois, filling out contracts for education and, out in outside the walls, there's an add drop period when you sign up for classes, right? So it's not unusual to be signed up for X amount of classes, and then that first week, maybe you drop a class. Well, for these folks, if their original contract said you signed up for 12 credit hours and then you dropped a class, but you completed all of those classes, your original contract didn't match what they had. Therefore, you weren't going to get credit for completing those classes because the contracts didn't match. Even though it's just a normal education, like that's just, out here, you don't even think about that, right? And so that was something. And then there was people, when I talk about policy reforming, outpacing implementation, was we have policies changing, and oftentimes maybe they were retroactive. So people that wouldn't have qualified before for these time credits, now they're qualifying and they've been there for 20 years. Well, one gentleman, all he had to document that he had, for instance, it was you had to have a job. The only thing that the system had to track him was his pay stubs. And that was it. And for other people, there was no tracking of their programming from 10 years ago. So then people are spending more time because there was no documentation of things that they had done.